Welcome dear students in our new video. In this video we will discuss about the exercise 7.3 and 7.4. So before starting, watch all the videos that is given to you in the form of NTAP, and by using those videos you can able to get the more idea regarding this concept. So we will start exercise 7.3 and 7.4 respectively. Please be watchful and observe what are the simplifications that is made in the given exercise. Shall we start? Here we go. Dear students, the question is here: triangle ABC and triangle DBC. Okay. Triangle ABC and triangle DBC are two isosceles triangles on same base BC. Now dear students, whatever that is given to us, which is nothing but the expression of the given figure. So we have to watch the given figure very carefully, because this figure will help you in order to prove this A and B. So before going to that, we will explain this figure in a systematic way. Now, what is given? Triangle ABC and DBC. ABC and DBC, these two triangles are known as the isosceles triangle. One. In both triangle, you will find BC is the common base. It is BC is the common base, and vertices A and D. Where is A? A is here and D is here. A and D are on same side of BC. A and D, they are on same side of BC. If AD is extended, now this AD will now extend to intersect BC. We extend this AD up to this point, which intersect BC at point P. If this is given, then we have to show that first one, triangle ABD. Triangle ABD is congruent with triangle ACD. ABD is congruent with ACD. ABD is congruent with ACD. First will that we will show. Second one is ABP. Triangle ABP is congruent with triangle ACP. Now these two results we are going to show here. Now we will find the solution. Look here. It's given that triangle ABC and triangle DBC. ABC and triangle DBC. These two triangles are the isosceles triangle. It is given on the same base. The base is common here. Same base, and vertices A and D. Vertices A and D are on same side BC. A and D are on same side BC. This is the given data. Okay. Now, in triangle ABD, this triangle, and triangle ACD, this triangle. Okay. We are dealing with these two triangles, in which here side AB is equal to side AC. AB equal AC, it is given. Secondly, BD equal CD. BD equal CD. That is also given. It is isosceles triangle. That's why we can equate the sides. And AD equal AD. Dear students, AD is common in both the triangle. That's why AD is common here. Now, if you watch all these equality very carefully, AB equal AC, side AB equal side AC, it is given. Side BD equal side CD, BD equal CD, that is also given. And AD, dear students, it is common for both the triangle ABD and ACD. AD remains the common factor for both triangle ABD and ACD. Now, my question here is, this is side, this is side, and this is also side. So, on basis of what we can form the congruency between these two triangles? I repeat, side AB equals side AC, second BD equals CD, and third AD equals AD equal AD. Now, dear students, by which congruency rule we can form the congruency between these two triangles? It is side, side, and side. We are equating all the sides of the one triangle with sides of the next triangle. Means we are forming the congruency relation between these two triangles by using side, side, side. So, as we are utilizing sides only, so one rule is there which is known as side, side, side rule, congruency rule. By side, side, side rule, we can form the congruency between triangle ABD is congruent with triangle ACD by use of side, side, side rule. Okay, so this rule is important here. Using this, we can form the congruency. So we have to know the rule very effectively, because using this rule only we can form the congruency between the given two triangles. That's why we can form the congruency between these two triangles. Now, this will cover part A. This will cover part A. Now we are going towards part B. Now this is part B. In this part, we have to show triangle ABP is congruent with triangle ACP. Okay. Now, in part B, we have to use the result from A, which is obtained from A. This is triangle ABD is congruent with triangle ACD. This is result obtained from A. Now, look here, angle BAD equal angle CAD. It is clear? Why we equate this? Because it is CP/CT, common part, common triangle. So angle BAD is equal to angle CAD. It is by using CP/CT. Or angle BAP is equal to angle CAP. We are using this equivalence by using this. Okay, it is to be noted that by using this point, we come to this as BAP is equal to angle CAP. Right. Now, what does it mean? It means that AP bisect angle A. This AP bisect angle A. This angle is bisected. Angle angle A is bisected by AB. Now, in triangle ABP, and in triangle ACP. Now, we are forming the equivalence again. Please observe this equality very carefully. Using this equality, we are forming the congruency relation. So, angle BAP equal angle CAP. Here angle is common A here. BAP is equal to angle CAP by 1 because A is bisected. That's why we may say angle BAP equal angle CAP by 1. First. Second, AB equal AC. This is equal, which is given, and AP is common. Okay, this AP is common. ABP and ACP, in this AP is common factor. Okay, now tell me students, we are forming the congruency on what basis? Here we are equating the angle A. Here we are equating this side AB equal AC, and here we are equating again side AP equal AP. It is the common side. Means what aspect we are equating here? Angle, side. Okay, two side and one angle. I repeat, side, angle, side. By using side angle side rule, we can say that triangle ABP is congruent with triangle ACP. This is by use of the SAS rule, which is known as the side angle side. Side, this angle, and this side again, means two side and one angle. By using side angle side congruency rule, we can form the congruency between triangle ABP is congruent with triangle ACP. This will cover part B. So this is, in this way we can cover result A as well as result B. Now dear students, moving on to the next question. We have one more question here. The diagram is given, figure is given, and in this figure, angle B is less than angle A. It is given angle B is less than angle A, and angle C less than angle D. This angle and this angle. Angle C is less than angle D. Then we have to show that side AD, this side is less than BD. Dear students, if you observe this carefully, it can be clearly seen the result hold true, that this side is less than this side, means AD is less than BC, that is clearly seen. But by using this geometry, we ask to show that AD is less than BC. Okay. How we have to show that we are going to see here. Now, it is given angle B less than angle A. This angle is less than this angle. Angle B is less than angle A, and angle C less than angle D, which is given. This is the given data. Now, if angle B is less than angle A, if this is given, it means that angle A is greater than angle B. Okay? Is it clear to you? If it is said that angle B is less than angle A, its reverse statement is that angle A is greater than angle B. Now, using this, it is OB is greater than OA. We come to this conclusion that OB greater than OA. OB greater than OA. How we come to this conclusion? Because side opposite to bigger angle. Okay, side opposite to bigger angle means this angle is bigger, then its opposite side OB is greater, is bigger, angle is longer. Okay, side opposite to bigger angle. Now here angle A is greater than angle B. It is clearly seen. Now the side opposite to bigger angle is longer, means opposite to A there is side OB. It is clear that OB is greater than OA. We are equating this to equation 1 first. Next, angle C is less than angle D, that is given, means this is given. Or we may say that if C is less than angle D, it means that D is greater than C. Okay, angle D is greater than angle C. Or OC is greater than OD. OC is greater than OD. Why? Side opposite to bigger angle. Again, if you make the comparison between this, so from this it is clearly seen that OC is greater than OD. Bigger angle, side opposite to bigger angle is OC, and we say that OC is greater than OD. This is equation 2. Now, if we have both the result with us, okay, result 1 is there, OB is greater than OA, 1. Secondly, OC is greater than OD. Now, by using both these results, we can able to show the result. How? We will see. Now, here we are making some adjustment. One adjustment is there, that we have to add 1 with 2. Adding 1 and 2. It means that LHS should be added with LHS and RHS should be added with RHS. It means that OB plus OC is greater than OA plus OD. Please observe carefully. We are adding LHS with LHS and RHS with RHS. So it means that OB equal OC. OB plus OC, we are adding these two sides with these two sides, OA plus OD. The symbol between them is greater than. Now, if you observe this OB plus OC, dear students, OB plus OC, what we get here? OB plus OC, we get BC in totality. So it is equal to BC. Again, here you are adding OA and OD. OA is here and OD is here. If you add them, OA plus OD, we will get AD in totality. That's why OB plus OC, that will equal to BC, this side, and symbol is same, BC greater than OA plus OD. OA plus OD is equal to complete side AD. What we get, dear students, here? We get BC greater than AD, or AD is less than BC, and hence we can show that AD is less than BC by using this result. I hope you are watching my videos very carefully. Please be watchful and solve the exercises given in the textbook. We will again meet in the next video. Till then, it's goodbye. Thank you.